just got back to Starbucks. I said I was going to share experience because my young buck had called earlier and chimed in and was saying he was going to move in with his sister. He's trying to get married. I said, let me share one of my experiences, lesson learned on moving in with a woman at her spot. So I'd never do it again though. It never happened. It was 2000 and matter of fact, it wasn't even 2000 yet. I was like 19 or 20. Maybe grade B. In fact, I think, I don't know, 19 or 20. It's a young buck in the street. This girl had a store and candy store, and she was mixed Jamaican, Indian, native Indian. Her mom loved me. I met her dad, but I didn't know what was going on the whole time. Boom, right? I'm in there playing the game. She had some games in there. So I go from, knowing me, my charm, I go from playing the game to getting free quarters to play the game to getting behind in back where she at with the candy and all that. So once I went from doing that, I went from out front playing the games to behind the glass to up in the crib to upstairs in the bedroom, like that. Just like that. She had to be like 31, 32, 29, 31, I don't know, 31 tops. But I'm talking about bad. She was, wasn't even real. It was like a dream to me at that time. Cause I ain't thinking, you know what I mean? She getting it. Cause she grinding. She moving heavy reefer back then. So I didn't know. So, she digging me. So now I'm in the store, right, with her. I go from the store to going to the bank. Now I'm going to the bank with her in Philly, Woodland Avenue. I'm in line at the bank. She's making deposits. I can't believe it. I think it's blowing my top. I'm like, this can't be happening. This chick, everything she had on was DKNY. Everything. The whole closet was DKNY, man. I'm like, man, I can't believe this stuff. Long story short, man. I'm in there for 6 months straight. I'm not even home no more. I'm in her crib 6 months straight. 6 or 7 months straight. When I come from in the street, she would drop the key out the window, go around, boom, boom. So then, a couple months of getting the key, going out the window, I have my own key. Boom. Then we had this fallout. She came home late from bingo. I snapped. Right? So now she said something about love don't pay the bills here. I'm like, what? So I'm like, oh, alright, cool. So it flipped just like that. I'm like, damn. I'm like 3 months in. 3 months in. So now I didn't even know she was grinding. She was selling heavy pounds. So I started to be like, well, what's up? So she put me on. I'm up Philly catching a train. Up Philly, West Philly. I'm going into like beauty shop stores, going in the back, getting pound and a half, all her peoples. And then I would go, sometimes I would go into a crib, had to walk up the train, off the L, walk a few blocks down, a few blocks up to a crib. I'm going to the crib, I'm by myself, man. All I know is these dudes, they just got dreads and they playing reggae. And the speakers is taller than me. That's all I'm hearing. I'm just waiting. I don't know nobody. They don't know me. All they know is she sent me. So they had come with the herb. They got carrots in it. I don't know why they putting carrots in the bag. I ain't got a clue. All I know, I gotta get this back to Chester. From the train back, shook. I'm like, cool. I make it back every time I make it back, cool. In the crib, bagging up. She helping me bag up. So I'm down my way with the best of the best, killing them. I'm killing them. I mean, the young bucks got selling herb. Like, yo, you gotta go see Stacks. So boom, that's happening. So I'm coming in now. I'm thinking, I'm sliding her the bread. I'm sliding like, every other couple days, Man, that ain't mean nothing. That ain't. She taking it though, but it wasn't doing nothing. The whole time, I think she using me, man. I'm like, man, this chick, man. This chick, I'm Muslim, but you know what I'm saying? I'm still wrestling with my stuff. So I'm like, I'm getting up for the Fajr prayer. She pulling me back, no, stay in bed. I'm like, oh, this stuff is crazy. I can't. This is getting too crazy, man. So, she got the kids around me and everything, man. I'm thinking, this, like, what's going on here? She crib big. Man, let me tell you something. Somebody came in with a fruit basket one day, and left it there, and I seen it. Somebody was on her top, gave her a fruit basket, and she brought it in the crib. And I told my older cousin about it. He was like, man, you need to see and get on top of that and see where that came from. I ain't paying no mind, because it's like, dudes always come in there saying little stuff to bread dude. She had like a little store. Bread, the soda dude come in, he say stuff, the chip guy. One time I chased a Dorito guy out the store with a knife. That's how crazy it was, man. I hear him from down the store, downstairs, upstairs. I'm listening to him. He talking, trying to, you know what I mean, shoot his shot. I'm like, oh nah. I'm coming down there. I done went to the kitchen and grabbed a knife, and he get into the truck, and I'm like, oh, I can't. See, I don't understand what's going on though the whole time. I just know I got this old head, and she fly, and she hot, and she got a body, and she the one. That's all I know. And she the connect. So it's like, what else can you ask for in the street? Man, don't you know, I'm come from outside from the street one night, and I'm telling her I'm on my way. I don't know if I told her I'm on my way or I just popped up. I think I just popped up. Boom. She came down. She let me in. She had like 4 deadbolts to lock the front door. So I hear her unlocking them. So now I'm in where the arcade games is at. We talking, boom, boom. So I see she not really, cause usually if she do that, she'll just go back up into the crib area, and I just follow her. But she stayed, and I didn't know what we were talking about. I forgot. All I know is that she ended up moving, coming over by the door, and cause I locked them. Once I came in, she let me in. I locked the bolts. Boom, boom, boom. So she was over there. So she ended up working her way back to the door, and she started, while we was talking, unsliding each one back. Like, you ain't staying tonight. Like this. I'm like, what's going on? Why she unlocking them? I just locked them. I'm in here. Man, she locked them things, man. She unlocked them, and it was like, I'm like, what's up? So I see the car out front that I know ain't from around this way, and I know who car it is. And I'm like, is he up in here? I'm like, oh, hold up. No. So I'm like, what's up? Got my man up in here? She talking about he playing the game with her son. I'm like, he playing the game with your son? This joker older than me. I'm like, oh, okay, sweet. Come to find out, I snapped. I snapped, but I didn't snap. I called my man and was like, if you don't come, because he lives right down the street. I said, if you don't come up the street, it's going to be a massacre on this block. Because this chick is playing me. And I'm already, like, can't think straight. So he came and walked it off. And come to find out, matter of fact, let's go. The bingo was the night she came back. We had a little fallout about, let's back to that love don't pay the bills. So I never heard that before. But from that time, somebody already came in, which was capable of moving more herb than me, and on a bigger scale. So I'm out, he in, cause I'm just bagging up. He, like, I mean, it's different levels to this. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So, but the point I'm making is you can't Cause my man said, he seen what I was doing. He was like, yo, you can't stay with her. Man, you can't be there every night. Like, you can't stay with her every day. Like, what you doing? That's not, you can't do that. I'm like, man, it's cool. I got this. This me. What you talking about? I got a kid. I'm like, man, yo, you doing you lunches. So I'm like, I ain't passed up no month. And I'm saying, this is the type of stuff that happens. They don't respect you. You ain't nothing. You just being used for the time being to get another thing done. Like, you just a bridge. And I ain't dig it. I'm like, damn, this chick used me for a little couple of hours. I'm bringing in wasn't enough. I'm like, damn. So I thought back. I had to think back to everything, because at first I'm like, okay, she dig me. I mean, she, but, or maybe it was, or maybe it was. But at this point, now I know it was. It was just like, okay, cool. You seem alright. Maybe you might be something I can benefit from. But I didn't know that. I'm just thinking this old head got, and it turned into something. But that was brief, man. That was just a lesson learned, to know that you can't do that kind of stuff. You gotta keep your distance, man. You can stuff be happening, and you ain't even got no leverage in the situation. I ain't had nothing. You see what I'm saying? I snap. I mean, I ain't snap like most jokers that do. I think I wrote her a note or something, and calling her hoe ass, and you hoe, like, I did it like that. And what we know what that does, sympathy. It's like, oh, he young, and so she come to my crib, my pop crib, and sit with me and sit with my pop, saying, I mean, he, so she ended up begging me to come to the crib for some last go round. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool. I'm gonna take this with you. We done. Oh, it was it. That was over, man. Just like that. Because you ain't thinking. You thinking with something else. You're not thinking. You're not focused. What I would have done differently, I would have just been worried about trying to figure out how I can benefit from you and how you can benefit from me, and that's it. It wouldn't have been no laying up all those months straight like that and not seeing what the situation was all about the whole time. That stuff was crazy, man. That stuff was tops, man. I ain't kidding. But see, let me tell you what happened though. Right when she unlocked those deadbolts was right when I became a man. Right there. Right there. At 1918, that's when I became a man. Back then. Because this one I knew, okay, this what women are capable of doing. And she was older, a lot of years older, but still, it's like you took advantage, and I wasn't equipped. After that, I was a straight, man, listen, I was a 40 cal after that. After that, man, I I was a 40 cal with chicks after that. My pop was messed up. How I was, man, this, all that, trying to see you. It was like, oh, you want to come see me? You got to catch the bus. You got to get a ride. I'm not leaving the Coon nowhere. It was, the whole thing just went. So that's just my lesson I learned in any of that. Like, if I ain't got no leverage, I'm not even moving forward. I can't. It get played like played me, man. That boy played me. Like, just the fact that part, you can bring somebody in, like just like that. I would just like, how? I was just here. And that quick, man, you can imagine, man, I'm 19, man. I can't, like, you be like, you be messed up, man. I wasn't so much messed up about not, like, I wasn't so messed up about not messing with her no more, because I knew it wasn't gonna be nothing long term, because I'm Muslim and I'm trying to be a Muslim, and she ain't like nowhere, like ain't none of that happening. So I knew that wasn't, but it was the fact that you put me on, and then you grade now, like you started something with me, and then it's like you pull a plug, like, Joker, are you out of it? And then the fact that the plug is really unplugged, because I done this and it's over. Like, not fall back for, you know what I mean? It was just like, you got somebody else here, I was just here, and you talking about they playing the game with your son. I'm like, what you, like, what? I can't even analyze it fast enough. But I don't hit women. I don't do like that part. That, like, that's not my outlet for that frustration. It was just like, oh, this chick crazy. All right, cool. All right, it's cool. That's it. And so, never do that again. Never, ever. That ain't gonna work. Because had I had my own spot, she would have been coming at my crib. It'd have been totally different. I wouldn't been waiting for no key to drop out the window in my hand to come in and all that. All that stuff was lame. All that stuff, when I look back at it, that was lame. You just a crab, man. You was a crab the whole time, and she knew you was a crab. You know what I mean? Like, man, she got you all up Philly, copping and bagging up and going out and coming back with the bread and all that. She pimping you, and you don't even dig it. It's like, man, that's it, man. I'm out. I mean, it's cool.